How is it, everyone, and welcome to your first class math tutorials. And in this tutorial we are going to look at a question which is under matrices, and the question is saying, given that A is equals to 3 minus 2, 4 and 1, find A, the determinant of the matrix, and then B, the inverse of the matrix. So this is a concept of matrices. And in this scenario, to provide the solution of the part A, so before I give you the determinant of this matrix, you must be aware that if you are given any matrix, a 2 by 2 matrix, for example, A, B, C, D, for you to calculate the determinant of this matrix, the determinant of this matrix, you simply multiply the top left component with the bottom right component, which is AD, and then you subtract the product of these two components as well, which is BC. So this is how you compute the determinant of the matrix. And after that, the formula for calculating the inverse of this matrix, it is simply going to be 1 over AD minus BC, which is 1 over the determinant. And in your matrix, which is this matrix, you are going to interchange these values. So here we are going to have a D, and here we are going to have an A. And for these values, you are going to multiply them with a negative sign, so that here you will be having negative C and negative B. So this is basically what we are going to apply, or this is basically what we are going to do on this question. So here we've got our matrix A, which is 3, 4, minus 2, and 1. So we need to calculate the determinant of this matrix, the determinant. So it is going to be 3 times 2 minus negative 2 multiplied by 4, right? So we are going to end up having, oh, this one is 3 times 1, not 2, sorry. So here we're going to have 3, then a negative, and the negative is going to be a positive 8. So 3 plus 8, we are going to have 11. So 11 is going to be our determinant, which is answering the part A of the question. And going to the part B of the question, which is to calculate the inverse of the matrix. So we are aware that our matrix is this one. So the inverse is simply going to be, sometimes it is denoted by a to the power minus 1. This simply means the inverse. So a to the power minus 1 simply denotes the inverse of the matrix. And we are going to say it's 1 over, using that formula, 1 over our determinant. And within your matrix, you are going to interchange 3 and 1. So here you are going to have 1, and here you are going to have 3. And these two matrices, you are going to multiply them with a negative sign, so that here you end up having a 2, because it is going to be a negative and a negative. And then you are going to end up having a 2. And then here, if you multiply 4 by a negative, you are going to get a negative 4. So this is going to be the inverse of the matrix after calculating the determinant. So always know that the determinant and an inverse, they work hand in hand, because an inverse, if you look at the formula, you are simply going to say 1 over the determinant. So you must be able to calculate the determinant first for you to compute the inverse of the matrix. So always remember that practice makes perfect, and this is exactly how you calculate the inverse and the determinant of the matrix. So always remember that practice makes perfect.